feel on that lash.
Is this what you're talking about?
Sure it is.
This?
Huh?
This? From my and I were laughing about. You didn't know she was making that?
Hmm?
Wait for Amanda, because Amanda said she liked apple pie.
How'd you get this crushed?
Just one of those store-bought ones, and she's plopped it on top, and she said she's always complaining because they don't rise up, and this one rose up like this, and we were laughing about it.
That's very good.
Why wasn't I allowed to say anything about it? Look at you, noshing.
That's a little crushed.
I was missing me today.
We having spaghetti tonight?
Yep, I gotta start it now.
Okay.
I'm not gonna eat this. More spaghetti, I say.
Harvey Bob.
Amanda. What do you need? Your sweatshirt?
No, help me.
Where's your sweatshirt?
I
Ask Dad if he knows where it is.
Mike, do you have a sweatshirt? They're outside.
You think? Do you want me to make all this up, Grandma, or half, and then you freeze it?
Well, like this, I just think you need perhaps a more freezer.
Do you want me to freeze the meatballs, or you just want to freeze half? I'll just do make half.
No, just make what you want, what's over. Did you get the spaghetti out?
I don't know where it is. I didn't see it there, so.
I'll roll with it. Huh? Oh, yes, seriously, look.
Oh, yeah, okay. I didn't know how much there was.
Now, let me clear a bit. Oh, gee, we didn't miss that.
Mike was very happy to see this, by the way.
There's not much there.
He ate the crust around it.
I should have turned it around.
Yeah? What's wrong?
Bye.
Oh, okay. Have a good time. I'll see you in a little bit. I'm making meatballs for dinner.
Good.
That sound good?
Oh no.
Okay, you're in the mood today.
I got
On the verge of insanity.
It's 20 till now. We'll be back in about 30 minutes or so.
You're leaving for America now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'll stay here with Granny.
Leaving Canada.
Hey, we don't need train. We're going outside.
Good to meet.
I think
some major distribution, which is good up there and get out there in front of some more people.
After playing in Bunbury last night, he heads to Dunsborough tonight.
I'm going to start this and I'll go.
unless we put your stuff
Cyclone
Yeah, that
Val
sounds
and
good.
Elaine may have caused devastation late last
It's not
night,
much in
but
there.
they're
Everything's
dumping
packed
enough
in there
rain to
except
give
for my
grain
stuff.
farmers in our Midwest a quick flying start. A month ahead of schedule,
That looks like
farmers are now
about a
busily
pound.
planting canola and leafing
Whatever,
crops,
I-
hoping for another bumper season.
pound.
Last year, the wheat
And that's
season
a-
ended in
just like slice of
devastation
bread
for Great
put
Southern
into
and wheat
the
belt
pot.
farmers.
And then
Frost
as well.
wiping out
egg in here. Do you wanna go
900,000
ahead and
tonnes
put
of wheat, which despite the heartbreak for more than 100 farmers, our grain harvest tipped the scale at a record 11 million tonnes. In our Midwest, a flying start for grain growers this season.
The early rains we had with the cyclones that came through in March
she's in
and early April
Fuss,
has
this Robert,
allowed some
you,
of that
Robert,
canola growers to start seeding.
man,
And
and
that's
I'll get a
some
picture together.
leafage on in as well.
Oh
A
my
lot of
gosh.
farmers between Geraldton and Mullawar South have begun seeding a month ahead of last year.
Last year we didn't get any rain at all until, any decent rainfalls until about mid-May.
Matthew Williamson is one farmer taking advantage of the early rain.
It's been an ideal start. Had 40 mil at the end of March, and then had 10 mil 2 weeks ago, which allowed us to finish the canola.
With the canola seeded, Mr Williamson is now on to seeding lupins, hoping the season will end as well as
Did you
it
get me some
started.
bread?
You never can tell, I suppose,
Is
but
that
it's
okay
been
if
an
you
ideal
take
start,
eggs
and hopefully it'll go well. Because all the rain season should be pretty smooth this year, hopefully. Yeah, so it's promising, very promising.
Our mining industry is known for its tough and rugged nature, but on our goldfields it's now tackling the issue of reconciliation. A unique new program is helping to bridge the cultural gap between all Australians.
They all look like a lot of fun, but they've been hard at work learning about Aboriginal culture. Almost all employees from the Gold Tailings Retreatment Plant completing a special awareness training course.
It's about providing input.
Well, out of all those, we should have at least one that's good, so.
And in order to do that, we have to ensure that we have a culturally aware
I
workforce.
have been told unaware, because I wasn't sure.
about reconciliation, looking at both cultures that exist in this society and how we can both work together to make it a better country. Cowtails employs 4 Aborigines, but is hoping to boost numbers to around 7% of its workforce. The benefits of Indigenous and non-Indigenous staff in the workforce obviously is diversity, and with diversity brings strength. As well as digging into some bush tucker and trying their hand at the didgeridoo, workers learned about the issues affecting Aboriginal communities. Essentially goes through history, through settlement, and the consequences of settlement and how it affected Aboriginal people, and bringing it up and looking at issues, contemporary issues.
Yeah, I think it's beneficial. You want to do that, the culture of the people, that we have at the land.
More awareness of what the Aboriginal people have actually been through, a better understanding of the Aboriginal people.
Lots of things. There's lots of things to be gained from a course like this. Helen Vitter in Golden West News.
Now the chance for proud Bunbury residents to have their say about the Southwest City with the launch of the Living in Bunbury project. People of all ages from community groups
like
to
Bunbury.
schools are being invited to join in the special event, promoting the unique
Yeah, I always
attractions
love
of
to
the
go
city.
down there to shop because less pressure.
It's trying to find out what people think the culture is of Bunbury and improving the stuff that's already there.
Yeah.
There are a number of ways people
We
can
should
get
get it
involved
come
in the
down with
project,
this one
by
time.
capturing on camera what you think Bunbury is all about, or penning your wishes for making it a better place to live. All submissions should be sent
I've
to
been running
Bunbury City
around tonight
Council.
more of them.
Coming up in news from across the Golden West, Derek Healy joined us with his tips for a top ANZAC weekend of footy.
And the plan to foster the talents of young Aboriginal sports stars.
On today's night, the world's most amazing video of lives at risk animals attacking the most bizarre creatures on Earth.
Watch the show like that.
Real life action caught on camera.
Truth is much today tonight, 6:30.
Every time someone makes a fraudulent insurance claim, your premiums go up. You can help stop it by calling Crime Stoppers, because in the end, it's really you who's being taken for a ride.
Creating a feel for your home is tricky when you can only afford 1 or 2 pieces of furniture. But at Goldfields Furniture, you'll be able to afford 3, 4, maybe even a whole set, because all their rustic range is on sale at 30% off marked prices. Goldfields Furniture stock a huge range of imported rustic furniture, a look that goes just as well with modern Tuscan-style settings as it does with antiques. 30% off marked prices. It's an offer way too good to pass up. Only at Goldfields Furniture, Kalgoorlie.
We like our favourite pizza with the Domino's edge.
Too right, we dig the extra cheese that goes right to the edge. And those baked in herbs and spices.
Love that zesty taste.
We
Is that
live
too
on the
big?
edge.
Yes, well, it'll cook.
Everywhere you look at Waldex Bunbury, you'll see healthy flowering plants just bursting with life. And everyone is backed by Waldex exclusive plant back guarantee, which means your new plant is guaranteed to survive transplanting into your garden, or Waldex will replace it free of charge, no questions asked. It's that kind of confidence from an experienced staff that makes the choice so much easier, because you won't find a better gardener's friend than Waldex Bunbury.
McCord Hills Estate, Great Beach, start of the Southwest many attractions.
Yeah, that's what I did in last
This
time. It was
exciting
fun.
release features large-size lots with magnificent views to the Stirling Wetlands and the Stewart Forest National
These
Park.
first and
Curved and sealed roads,
though I
and
could,
park to the beach,
we could start boiling the
power,
water.
and steam water.
So you've got a
McCord
pretty
Hills Estate
quick
offers all the
system with
benefits of a
that.
relaxed
Yeah, I'll do
lifestyle
that.
at affordable prices. To view today, contact the exclusive selling agent, Kay Harvey, at Fraser Real Estate, Busselton. 40's home ground lights up again tonight at the MCG at 8:30. The Western Bulldogs take on Richmond. A Bunbury man charged with assaulting 2 police officers and threatening to kill has walked free from court today, a jury taking less than 2 hours to find him not guilty. Alex Farquhar and Rattray, a member of the Coffin Shooters bikie gang, was sent to trial after a brawl at the Bunbury nightclub 2 years ago.
In a trial which has taken 2 years to come to court and 2 weeks for the jury to hear the evidence, the final verdict was reached inside 2 hours today. Bunbury Coffin Shooters Alex Farquhar and Rattray and Bradley Morris Crawford walking free after being on bail for 2 years, charged with assaulting 2 Bunbury police officers in a brawl outside Jarrajack's nightclub in April 1997. The jury took just 1.5 hours to find both defendants not guilty of all charges. Judge O'Sullivan dropping 4 charges against Alex Rattray before the jury even retired. The Defence Counsel basing its case on evidence police were the aggressors in the incident, accusing the officers of intimidating the defendants and their 8 companions. Mr Haliotis saying they believe these people and Bunbury people needed to be taught a lesson about assaulting police officers. One defence witness telling the court yesterday, Constable Powers, one of the alleged victims of assault, was standing over him with a baton. He said he told him to steady down, but he was going off his head. But Crown Prosecutor David Dempster, in his closing address yesterday, told the jury the group took on the police and the group won. The officers were injured, they were traumatised. The jury's verdict supporting the defence's case that medical evidence wasn't enough to prove the officers were nearly strangled.
Rochelle Buckland, Golden West News.
On a lighter note now, a big weekend of AFL footy looms, and Brownlow medalist turned tipster Jared Healy joins us now with his thoughts on the clashes and hopefully picking a few winners.
G'day. Well, once again, it promises to be another huge weekend in football, and you'll see it all right here on GWN. Starting tonight with the clash between the Bulldogs and Richmond, it's a crucial round for several sides. The Doggies haven't got as many wins as they'd like, while the Tigers found 4 last week against Collingwood. Ex-Magpie Tony Francis was a hero last week for St Kilda against the Bulldogs. We'll be looking for another big effort against the Kangaroos in Sydney. Essendon will go into the ANZAC Day game against Collingwood as favourite. The Magpies in a terrible form slump. Former veteran Darren Buick lining up in his 200th match. He's kicked it! Meanwhile, Melbourne faces a danger game against Port Adelaide, and the Hawks host the West Coast at Waverley. So my tips for the round: the Bulldogs, Geelong, West Coast and Melbourne, also the Kangaroos, Adelaide, Essendon and the Brisbane Lions. So remember, season, stick with GWN.
West Coast. From footy to racing, and Jim Chadwick joins us now with the inside scoop and carries some big chasing coming up at Cannington on Saturday night.
Yes, it's WA's major greyhound event of the year. We'll see some top local and eastern state dogs line up for the $60,000 Be Active First Cup. Let's have a look at the big one. I'm going for the local hope Reggie Mike. He's a mighty chaser, and I think he has the credentials to get the money in what's going to be a terrific race. At Manchester tonight, Willie Reason is my choice in the third heat of the Derby. There should be a big crowd across the park this evening for the Derby night, and in the Classic, the Victorian colt Shaker Maker looks hard to beat, but local places Contempt Court and Kazan should also make their presence felt. At Albany tonight, I give Trooper Strike a good chance in the Denmark Cup, and tomorrow night at York, Hamelot should give you a big side in race 5. At Ascot tomorrow, I like Russian Lies in the 2nd, Captain Swish in the 3rd, and Corporate Bruce in race 4. At Calgary tomorrow, in Calculator gets my vote in the RSL Sprint, and in the Courier Classic at Germany, I'm going for Mr. Innocent to beat the favourite, Laurie's Lottery. Tomorrow we have the Yalgoo Cup meeting. On Sunday, the Narrogin Cup at Northern, Chasing at Mandurah, and of course on Monday, it's back to Ascot for biggest cup day. And don't forget, on ANZAC Sunday, to spare a thought for those men and women who laid down their lives for their country. And now from me, good night, good luck, and have a great evening.
Indigenous athletes in the southwest may soon get more opportunities to excel at their chosen sport, with a push by local MPs to set up an Aboriginal sporting association in Bunbury. A meeting was held yesterday to discuss the idea. It's hoped further discussions in 4 weeks' time will result in more concrete plans. It's all part of an effort to promote pride in the sporting success of the local Noongar community, fostering young talents and drawing on the successes of other athletes to stay around.
And ahead of weekend weather details with Chris Neal.
And then in 7 afternoons, the hunt for the Clermont serial killer, a major step forward.
If you're in love with one man and married to another. Hi, honey, I'm home. But who's deceiving who? So put it on, I want the boy.
Yeah, I will.
Tonight.
Remember you saying that she didn't have
You've done it! Glen 10 and Glen 20 don't pay $3.39 for fresh scent or toilet fresh. Our price is $2. Yummy Jacker potato chips are only $1.79 a pack. Pack of 10 toilet paper, $2.99 a pack.
Can you give me some butter and I'll put that in there? That's enough meatballs? I think it's enough meatballs, don't you, Grandma?
And look for the super special discount.
Grandma, look at these meatballs.
75%. There's citrus, roses, ferns, palms and seedlings. Ceramic pots and gift wine. Hanging baskets, bonsais, fish and accessories, and the latest in recycling, worm farms. Everything reduced by a minimum of 15%. Only at Johnson's Nursery and your birthday sale. Start in Saturday.
It's Broom time at Hammers Furniture, where any purchase could win you an apartment 5 glorious nights in Broome. Flying answer to Australia and staying in the luxurious Cable Beachside Resort, you'll enjoy your own air-conditioned apartment, surrounded by lush tropical gardens and all the creature comforts. As an extra incentive, Hammers will give you a free Manchester package with any ensemble or mattress over $400, or a 10% discount on any ensemble or mattress under $400. It's the Broome Break and Bedding Bonanza, on now at Hammers.
Spoiling yourself with a holiday in Broome can be really good value if you choose the right accommodation. Centrally located between Cable Beach and Chinatown, Ocean Lodge is an ideal base from which to enjoy the best of Broome. A range of self-contained and comfortable apartments is available at very affordable rates. With a swimming pool and barbecue area set into lush tropical gardens, you'll wish you could extend your stay. For the best value room in Broome, stay at Ocean Lodge on your next breakaway.
This Sunday is Kids Fun Day out at Timor Takeaway. From Roscoe the Magician to Coco the Monkey, Dance to Rocky Horror, Ferris wheels to fireworks, sideshow and water. It's more fun than a kid can handle. Kids Fun Day out this Saturday in Timor.
No, I don't think I
How much time would you just on one question?
You going?
I'm going.
Every week's a new show.
It's nice to come here and
Monday on GWN.
I can talk
$1 million
pounds with you.
countable
Yeah,
outcomes.
I know.
Could be yours.
That's what I like to have to know for miles.
Good evening. Well, a lot of people looking at the skies this weekend with ANZAC Day on Sunday. Let's have a look at the situation as far as the weather.
My goodness, I mean, most of your life you had the other,
It was
and
at
then
6
it
o'clock
changed.
last night. They stayed pretty much cloud-free, apart from the south coast.
And I
where
can
the
talk
front
haze and everything, but I've had more of my life
southeasterly stream.
in the
Seeing a little
other,
bit of
so,
visual activity, but it hasn't been an enormous amount.
you know,
In the north of the state, the easterly regime continues. It's fine there. And we have a ridge that's sitting out in the Indian Ocean. It is going to force its way up, but there is a bit of drizzle about for some of the markets. Let's have a look at the past 24 hours in a little more detail. Continues dry and warm at the top end of the state. Temperatures today in the low 30s for most centres. Winds were again east-southeasterly and quite strong at times. The state's highest maximum, 36 at Bidjadanga. The highest minimum, 25 at Curtin Airport, King Bay and also Kununurra. Things continue pretty much unchanged in central parts of the state, although it was just a touch warmer for some overnight. Temperatures today, again around the 30 mark for most, 33 at Niang, the highest in the region. Well, there's a little light rain, as I mentioned, in the far south for 9 o'clock, 3 millimetres at Buchanan, Ongerup, Shannon and also Pemberton. But even the city had 5, but all others were very light and very scattered. Lowest maximum, 16 at Manjimup and Rocky Gully. The lowest minimum was a 6 at
no, I
12.
think I need that metal one to
Three,
turn over.
falling at
I don't
Wyndham,
want
Port Hedland, Raven and also Geraldton. There's a rising trend in the other
Is
centres.
that alright? Alright.
As far as
I used this last time.
tomorrow's start is concerned, in the north of the state, the easterly regime is going to continue, so fine weather is expected to continue in the north of the state. So looking at the trough that's going to move eastward across the state, there's likelihood of a bit of activity through the southeast gas line, also down the bottom end of the interior, maybe into the goldfields. Just as that trough moves through, there's a bit of mid-level activity in that will interact and cause some showers. But of more interest is the frontal activity is moving up towards the south of the state, and that's likely to bring some onshore drizzle that will develop, and in fact on Sunday, most people looking to march along the south coast, or centres on the south coast, probably from Augusta across the Westlands. Drizzle
I know, we're
activity is
leaving at a
likely to
good
be
time.
prevalent, particularly in the morning, so kind of rainfall, and it's likely to maybe push up in the morning through maybe as far as Buchanan. But that should clear away. So, unfortunately, the south coast, bit of drizzle. Everywhere else should be generally fine. And in fact, with that ridge pushes in behind that, fine conditions are expected probably for at least the first half of the week. Forecast in detail for the next 24 hours of the north, fine.
I hope it's not raining on the weekend. It would be nice just to walk on the beach
Fine.
with
Northern
you.
waters, winds generally to 18, although 15 to 20 in the far north. The outlook, moderate to breeze easterlies with an afternoon sea breeze south of Cape Preston. West coast, isolated afternoon, thundery showers and far southeast gas storm, otherwise fine. Sunday fine, cool in the central west. On the waters, winds 10 to 18, although southerly to 20 in the south tomorrow afternoon. Season's long
Oh, good.
fine.
It was looking pretty rough,
Sunday,
wasn't it?
moderate easterlies with an afternoon sea breeze north of Kalbarri. You expect moderate to fresh southeasterlies below. About the southwest, drizzle periods in the south coast, otherwise it'll be
Getting
fine and
excited about
mild.
seeing this
Sunday,
again.
mostly fine and mild, with possible morning drizzle in parts of the southwest. Southwest waters, winds 10 to 18, but becoming southerly, 15 to 20 tomorrow afternoon in the north. Seas 1.5, well up to 2 but easing. On Sunday, moderate to fresh east-southeasterlies in the
And I
north.
enrolled
moderate to
Robert
fresh
back in
southeast to
gymnastics
southwest
again,
in
so
the
he can
south.
go to that.
Inland
I
fine,
had
partly cloudy, the south to
someone
southeast
in,
winds.
it's already, the
Sunday,
class has already
isolated early
started,
drizzle
we
and
just
southern
missed a
late
couple of
southern,
sessions, so
otherwise
we can
fine.
go to that again.
Down the south coast, coastal drizzle periods in the west, isolated thundery showers.
I gotta go back there and start.
Sunday, coastal drizzle. On southern waters, winds 10 to 18, seas 1.2, a 2 metre
Look, it was
swell.
cold
On
in Albany,
Sunday,
look.
moderate southeast to southwest breeze in the west, moderate south to southeast
Oh,
breeze
that's not
in the
bad.
east.
It's only
That's our trip
18.
around the state. If you are heading to Perth tomorrow, fine conditions with south-southeast
Compared to what
winds
we
and
had
actions
in
coming through. Hope you can send an ANZAC service on Sunday. Back to Sunday.
Thank you, Chris, and that's the latest from the Golden West newsroom for this Friday. Join you later.
What do you think it was here today?
7 nightly news.
You think it was about 23 today? Here? Yeah, compared to yesterday. I had a nice time talking to our dead relatives up there. Yeah, I had a nice time. I saw everybody. I took a picture of everyone and I videoed everyone.
Tonight on at 7:30. Then Friday night.
I just put on there, as I started, I said, this is not to be morbid. This is for Robert and Amanda. You know, and future generations to see where their ancestors were buried. Because I mean, it really is not often that you can go into some place and have, you know,
the heart of the Claremont serial killer, a major step forward.
I tell you what, I felt sorry leaving and I was enjoying myself. I was going around.
And the first biggest
Oh, I loved it up there. It's comforting up there.
Well, everyone also tonight claims of a strange new health group in Perth.
Plus live drop his training and what Victoria is saying about our Ben Cousins.
But first, the hunt for the Claremont serial killer, and a strong hint tonight that police are about to take a big step forward in their investigation. The police commissioner himself today revealed that a significant development was just weeks away.
It's now more than 2 years since Stuart Brennan was abducted and murdered. It's more than 3 years since Sarah Spears disappeared. The other victim, Jane Rimmer. Still, the hunt goes on for the killer of three innocent young women. Today, Police Commissioner Bob Falconer said he expected a development in WA's biggest murder hunt before he leaves the job in 2 months.
There are still some things under consideration, and one of those at least will probably be taken further while I'm still the Commissioner here.
Commissioner Falconer said it was one of his disappointments that the serial killer case remained unsolved.
Would have very much like to have seen charges laid in relation to that matter.
A Cottesloe public servant is still the chief suspect in Perth's biggest murder hunt. To quote the police, his behaviour has dictated that he remains a significant person of interest, and he's still under surveillance. Recently, hundreds of pieces of evidence were sent to the FBI for advanced DNA testing. The results, like most information in this massive case, are being kept secret. But we do know police aren't giving up.
Anything that is lawful and is in the pursuit of solving such dastardly crimes, in my view, needs to be pursued.
Our 7 likely news.
It now appears this week's massacre at a high school in the US state of Colorado could have been much worse. A huge bomb has been found, big enough to have destroyed much of the school. The building has now become a shrine to the dead and
they've
injured.
had someone in mind and given us surveillance.
Become a focal point, a growing memorial of flowers, cards and messages. In a snowstorm, Columbine students, their family and friends were drawn here again to remember the dead and wounded. A winter despair has settled on gender as faces and names are put to the victims, like Rachel Scott.
I kept learning from my sister and other people in that school, and something told me that something wasn't right with Rachel.
Investigators have finished a search of the crime scene, allowing news cameras a close-up look at the school, a battleground scarred by bullets and shrapnel. And today, a frightening discovery at the back of the cafeteria, a pipe bomb attached to a cylinder of propane gas. Authorities believe the 2 gunmen planned to blow up the entire school. Up to 50 bombs have now been found, raising suspicions that Eric Harris and Dylan Claybold did not act alone.
Any involvement in planning this thing, any involvement in helping and assisting this thing is considered first degree murder.
Other members of the Trenchcoat Mafia are now speaking out, defending their 2 friends. Both Harris, also known as Rev, and Claybold took their own lives.
There was a poster at the memorial that said that it was for the people who died, but not the monsters who killed them.
The first of many funerals will be held tomorrow. In the United States, John Ball's 7 Nightly News.
It's spring.
Shocking
See,
claims tonight by
you get hot weather here, and it's getting cold weather
some of the killing in East Timor. It's accused John Howard of ignoring top-secret intelligence, predicting an upsurge in the bloodshed in Dili.
It was a blunt warning from some of the best eyes and ears in the Australian military. 7 weeks ago, the Defence Intelligence Organisation issued this briefing about the role the Indonesian military, known as ABRI, is playing in the violence in East Timor. ABRI in East Timor are clearly protecting and in some instances operating with militants who have threatened Australian lives. The warning said Indonesian Defence Chief Wiranto was probably turning a blind eye to the violence, predicting it would worsen. The federal opposition says that was the time for Australia to act.
If John Howard had called President Abiy 6 weeks ago, there are a great many East Timorese who would still be alive today.
Days after the briefing, the government clearly downplayed the military's involvement.
But there may be some rogue elements within the armed forces who are providing arms of one kind or another.
But speaking in Tokyo today, the Foreign Minister is appalled at the suggestion Australia failed to prevent many deaths.
That is the most disgusting thing that I think I have ever heard in all of my time in politics. That is a complete lie.
Just days before the Prime Minister met Indonesia's leaders to discuss the Timor crisis, he said loose words won't help.
If we have things to say, we say them directly to the Indonesian leadership.
The Prime Minister flies out to Bali on Monday. In Canberra, Jeff Bush.
And then she's like, there was someone she knew or knew of, and she just said, oh, I guess Dad was right
NATO
again,
is reconsidering its plan to send thousands of ground troops into Kosovo. Tonight, America and Britain have rejected Yugoslavia's offer of a peace deal.
Serbia's presidential residence in ruins. 4 cruise missiles slammed into Slobodan Milosevic's home. NATO denies trying to kill the Serb leader. It says the house included a military command centre. Milosevic wasn't at home. He sleeps in a different place every night. But his government was outraged.
The Charter of UN has been bluntly and flagrantly violated.
The Serb leader emerged to greet a Russian peace envoy and concede he may allow a United Nations presence in Kosovo. But NATO is sceptical. Today it bombed Belgrade's television centre during this news bulletin. Several floors collapsed. Serb officials say as many as 15 people may have been killed. Rescue teams are still searching the rubble. This bridge was also hit as NATO leaders gathered in Washington, for the first time admitting plans to invade Kosovo are being updated.
I think it is a wise and prudent course.
An invasion would need up to 200,000 troops, a massive build-up taking months. But weeks of airstrikes could weaken Serb forces sufficiently for NATO troops to cross the border. Mark Davies, 7 Nightly News.
Australia's competition watchdog has warned companies not to use the GST as a way of increasing profits. The ACCC has produced draft rules with stiff penalties for anyone guilty of rip-offs.
Announcing the planned guidelines, Competition Chairman Alan Fells sent out a strong warning.
The ACCC will not hesitate to use its enforcement powers if there is any exploitation.
Companies found guilty of GST rip-offs will be fined up to $10 million. Individuals, $500,000. Anyone putting up prices will have to go through a pass-through test to prove they're not increasing their profit margins.
The net profit margin shouldn't go up as a result of the tax system changes alone.
The guidelines say businesses must pass on price reductions after existing taxes have been removed, must not put up prices ahead of the GST, and should include the GST in any advertised prices.
The ACCC is asking businesses and consumers for their say on these guidelines, but you've got just 2 weeks to do so, because the Commission wants to finalise the new laws and the guidelines by the 1st of July. Columbine, 7 Nightly News.
Now the battle over one of WA's favourite weekend pastimes. The big professional fishing companies are calling for tighter restrictions on those who fish for fun. The fishing industry wants bag limits to
They're holding better together doing your way,
There
Grandma.
are 700,000 recreational
They're holding
fishermen
better
in
together
WA
doing
who
it
don't
your
have
way.
a licence, but there are some bagging. Now, commercial fishing companies want tougher restrictions on those who fish for a hobby.
Possibly further licensing, possibly increased bag limits, possibly fiddling with size limits.
A fishing
Industry survey says most people prefer to buy fish than
Mum always
catch
used
fish,
to
and
do
that
it,
means
but then my
commercial
meat was
fishermen should
sticking
have
together pretty
priority.
good without it.
Every
so I
person
stopped
has a
doing
right
it.
to
But
go
Mum
and catch
always,
fish here in
yeah, but
Western
if it
Australia, and they should have an
rolls, yeah, that's a
expectation
good
to
way
catch
to do it.
large numbers.
Frank Prokop from Rexfish West says there's room for everyone. The government says our growing population means regulations are always under review.
Everything is open to review as the population pressures change, as the impact of technology impacts on fish stocks and so on.
Gemma Tonyini, 7 Nightly News.
A determined anti-logging protester has scaled a Perth landmark to get his message across. Motorists in the city were confronted by banners unfurled from the top of the barracks arch. For a time, police could only watch before keys were found. 22-year-old Michael Yagan Quinn was arrested and charged with being unlawfully in the building.
A bizarre cult-like group whose members eat offal and are told to wear only pink or white underwear is believed to be operating in Perth. The allegations have been made in our federal parliament. The group began in South Australia 10 years ago and has since spread, but its founders claim it's nothing more than a health regime.
Lamb's brains, liver, ox tongue. This is the type of diet being prescribed by a bizarre cult, according to South Australian Senator Grant Chapman.
The cult promotes an anti-medical philosophy, which includes refusing ultrasound testing, refusing immunisation.
The group, set up by 2 Adelaide women, practices vibrational individuation. Patients undergo a food test. They're told to go on a strange diet determined by how their wrist muscles twitch when various foods are mentioned. It claims some people were told to wear only pink or white underwear. One person was even told to shift to Perth.
It's centred mainly in South Australia, but my understanding is it has spread to several other states, including Western Australia and Perth.
The senator claims children are involved and the group has split families.
Children born into this cult are fed the most bizarre food from birth. Reports have come to my attention of undernourished, underweight babies.
But the husband of one of the founders has denied the allegations.
We're emphatically denying them and find the whole business very upsetting.
Graham Butler, 7 Nightly News.
Now the new Perth Police Squad has had an instant result. This young man arrested by police from the Bike Squad, a fast response team now covering the city centre. The suspected shoplifter was allegedly armed with a knife when the bicycle cops arrived, a style of policing not seen here since the 1920s.
Just days before ANZAC Day, and a heartfelt plea tonight from an Aussie digger to the thief who stole his medals. Bob March will join the march this Sunday. He's hoping he can get his medals back in time.
The medals worn proudly on ageing chests tell 1,000 stories. They are the history of the ANZAC, the silent record of battles fading into distant memories. Bob Much will march this ANZAC Day, but without his medals, stolen on Tuesday from his car. Bob served 10 years in the army, 9 of those in the SAS, saw action in Borneo and Vietnam. Missing are 5 medals, the Active Service Medal, General Service Medal for Borneo, the Vietnam Medal, the Australian Service Medal, seen here in miniature, and the Vietnam Campaign Medal. Bob says they're worth nothing except for him.
Well, so medal because I took a bit to get and did a sweat and the blood and tears there, so yeah, and of course it's old memories and mates.
Bob Much's car was parked on the Esplanade in the city on Tuesday afternoon, later in Applecross. He's offering a reward for the return of his medal.
I say you found them, get the reward, you'll get more than you will down at Cash Converters, and notice away.
I'll be back, 7 Nightly News.
And with ANZAC Day this weekend, a special ceremony today for Perth school children. At King's Park, 900 students gathered to hear stories of the bravery and hardship of Aussie diggers. The children joining veterans in laying a wreath at the State War Memorial.
A radiation scare at Perth Airport, that's next.
And another Black Hawk tragedy.
A big army helicopter
Radiation
crashes, another tragic death toll.
And caught this, Perth's dad and son team started new careers together.
I won't drop dead from a plane crashing, but I'll get cancer or something.
Blind reduced animals attacking. The most bizarre pictures on earth.
I watched the show like this.
Real life action caught on camera.
Tonight, 6:30.
Now is a hot time to buy a new gas space heater. Because at your local Clean Heat Gas Centre or stockist, you'll find incredible savings on a huge range of top brand gas heaters. And what's more, you can buy them now and pay nothing for 6 months. Look out for our catalogue packed with a huge range of pre-winter bargains.
You want to save on Australia's biggest range of gas space heaters? Get them while it's hot.
Talk to the gas specialists at your local Clean Heat Gas Centre or Stockers. Call 132 180.
The day takes a lot out of you, and it shows. Women often ask what they can do beyond moisturising during the day. At the Palms Institute, we've discovered moisturisers work best at night, when you're relaxed. That's why we've developed Palms Night Replenishing Cream. It will tell you sleep. It's a light cream with liposomes and vitamin E that deeply penetrates, restoring moisture.
And I could do so much in my eyes closed.
New Cambridge Touring Series with sports gym suspension. You'll go out of your way to enjoy the handling.
Want to do it again?
We like our favourite piece with the Domino's edge.
Too right, we dig the extra cheese that goes right to the edge, and those baked-in herbs and spices.
Love that zesty taste.
We live on the edge.
Domino's.
The Lighthouse Caravan Park and Yardy Creek Homestead Caravan Park wish to inform their patrons that both parks are now up and running. Robbie and Mike look forward to welcoming you back to Exmouth. Call them now to make your booking.
Hello, Sonia Vinci recapping Golden West News. Safety fears in our Great Southern after the theft of railway detonators. Albany police warning the explosive devices could be deadly. A flying start for grain farmers in our Midwest. Rains dumped by cyclones last month, paving the way for an early seeding season. And plans to foster the talents of our Aboriginal youth with the development of a Noongar sports complex in Bunbury. See you later for headlines.
A slight rise to end a roller coaster week on the share market. The Ordinary's closed up more than 3 points. Gold was higher, and the dollar was stronger. Perth was 6 cents stronger at $8.20. BHP fell back after a week of gains, and ANZ Bank first about $12.
Emergency services rushed to Perth International Airport today to face a radioactive leak. Liquid leaking from a container was found to have above normal radiation levels. A Qantas cargo building was evacuated. 25 staff were isolated and examined by health department experts before they were given the all clear.
Police have had another win in the war against drugs. They've seized more than 5,000 ecstasy tablets worth more than $250,000. Police say the drugs were taken from a man who flew in from Sydney. Each tablet sells on the street for between $50 to $70 each.
An Italian microsurgeon says he's developed a technique that can help paraplegics walk again. And Seven's medical expert Dr. John Darcy reports he's already had some success.
Paraplegia, paralysis of the legs caused by injury to delicate spinal cord tissue. Damage for which
I have to
there
say
is no
that's
repair.
one thing I'm proud of, that I never have
Angelo
done drugs.
Colombo became paraplegic 5 years ago, but is now walking.
I'm very proud that I've never done drugs.
But at least he's on his feet thanks to the surgery of this man.
I had plenty of opportunity.
It's really emotional because nobody has never
I had plenty of
paraplegic
friends smoking pot
The
and
long nerve
snorting
of the
coke,
hand
let me
is
tell you.
connected
I had
to
to
the
drop
arm
in
on
high
both
school.
sides. It's then reimplanted down the
But I
back
never
across
remember
the paralyzed
grandparents
spine
like
and
that
reconnected
school.
to nerves of the
Well, that
muscles of
was
the
in
hip.
high school.
Muscles that swing the leg. Like all operations at the forefront, there can be very real risks. Risks, for example, that the nerves don't grow or connect with other nerves as a new site.
Microsurgery may play a role, but at the moment it's still very experimental.
Dr. John Darcy, 7 Nightly News.
In our World Watch tonight, another military Black Hawk helicopter has crashed. This time it happened in the United States, claiming 7 lives.
The crash happened at Fort Campbell in the US state of Kentucky. 7 on board were killed, 4 were injured. It's not known what caused the crash. It was 2 Australian military Black Hawk choppers that collided and crashed near Townsville in June 1996. 18 soldiers and aircrew were killed. And archaeologists in Mexico have uncovered 2 ancient Mayan temples. They're about 1,300 years old. An altar or throne was discovered in
Let's go, West High School.
Okay.
Sounds dirty.
Come on.
Lucky that he didn't.
Dad, come on.
Might have only been snuffed or something.
Okay.
The father, they're kids. They're in hospital.
Jeez.
Oh, it's in Methodist Ladies College. It's in,
Oh, it's everywhere.
everywhere, all the colleges, being smart.
Well, it's kids with money too, you know, it's not just as many drugs in private school, if not more, because their parents have given them money and freedom to do that stuff.
There you go. But there's all boiling, so you stick it in. Oh, I was hoping there was some sniffing. Why would they be sniffing it?
Yeah, I bet it was too, Grandma.
Kids are sniffing glue and dying. And
Yeah.
as much as you try now, once you get to you know, there's so much terrible stuff. You've just got to do your best to bring them up the best way you can, and then just the luck a bit, I think.
Yeah, that's the sad thing about it. Okay, where are the sheets? And I'll go make those beds up.
Well, Gal's been one pair, and I'm putting the other one of Gal's, so she wants to take them home and wash them.
Okay.
I'm using hers.
Okay. There's pink behind you. Oh, my dad. Oh, you check some at the rampart?
Yeah.
That's good. Oh, you beat sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
Is there still tape? Because there's only 2 minutes left before.
Yeah, I put a new tape in. That's what I was talking about.
That's what you, was it already going?
Yeah, that whole time. I don't think much was got because the TV was on. You know, the video was there.
So did you get me sneaking all that apple pie stuff?
Yeah, got us in there.
Got us even there?
Yeah. Now we can get dinner.
You should have told me.
We can do it again tonight.
Is it still going now?
Yeah. Well, maybe we can wash Amanda's shoes. Like,
She can wear her thongs or something in the car tomorrow, honey. She's got her black shoes too.
Down them all screwed up in here.
These the ones you want me to put on?
They're Gal's, and that one's Gal's, so she'll only have to use one when she comes.
See, I thought these were yours. Did she take
No,
them
but
over?
I gave her a pile and I left the phone,
Gotcha.
and that's a pair of them.
She should give these to me.
why? What are they?
When she's little.
These are the ones I had when I was little. Grandma gave them to Auntie Gail, so I can't have them back.
Hey, I got a good picture of the kids under the wage in kindergarten sign over at the playground. Yeah.
Yeah. I meant to show, it's too late now, I meant to show her the kids playing out there.
Show who?
The kinder kids. Did you ever see the kinder kids?
We drove by once and saw them.
Did you see them? I wonder if I'd like some beans, green beans.
Yeah.
No, just that?
Yeah, we'll cut up an apple or something for them.
Well, give them the apple after they eat that, because since they see the apple, they grab it.
Oh, well, what's better for them, a fresh apple or?
This first.
Oh, you're nutty, Grandma.
Yeah. Apple for dessert.
So you think the spaghetti is better for them than a fresh apple?
Well, they've got to have more than a fresh apple. Apples are good, but they've got to have a bit of protein, a bit of this and a bit of that. Balance. They can't just do an apple like a little bird or a little animal.
Do they look like little birds to you?
Huh?
Do they look like little birds to you? They look like pretty healthy kids.
I know, but they've got to have a balanced diet. They can't just eat apple.
Well, they do. But I really don't think their diet is balanced every meal. I think it's balanced every day. They have milk and stuff for protein in the morning. They have carbohydrates, you know, bread and noodles for lunch, and they have meat for dinner. You know, I mean, it's balanced throughout the day.
Yeah, as long as they eat one, enough of everything.
Sneaky.
Yeah. probably ought to take some of those meatballs out to cool them. For the kids.
Meatballs. Why don't you get a bowl?
No, and we're gonna have to put them on top of the spaghetti, right? Front.
Bad back. Haven't sat down today, really. Is that good, you think, for the kids?
Yeah. Starters, I suppose.
Well, that's about it, because that's the rest of us. They're gonna have to eat something else with it.
I'll have to suck it up.
Yeah. You're naughty.
What's that whispering?
She put her, she's got the blanket down by herself.
Well, good for Nanny. Good. Whatever.
How you going, George?
What you doing, dear?
I was making this bag for Grandma.
Okay?
What are you doing?
Well,
Possibly he'll put his suit
the
on.
spaghetti for the kids is cooling.
Alright. Do you have drinks?
Yes. They need to wash their
Oh, get them
hands.
cleaned up. Okay. Yeah, it is.
Wow.
Real, a little later. First, Mark, vaccinations.
Whatever. Kitty-birds. Kitty-birds. Yep.
Is you there, Karen?
Goodness, really? Yeah, we'll get washing hands.
Look at that pretty mom.
Where?
Don't be chewing on my cheek. Hey, don't bite. Don't bite. Ouch. Okay. Just stay in the corner.
No.
Yeah, no biting.
Thank God, boxes.
Hungry?
It's a, maybe put a oil or something like that.
No. Daddy and daddy.
Daddy and daddy.
Daddy and daddy. Daddy.
The Netflix is getting and stuff, you know, pasta. Because my with egg and stuff and it's carbohydrates with egg.
It gives them energy. Spaghetti and meatballs for you. More spaghetti, I say.
Mom, meatballs, I say.
Oh, sorry.
Here you go, Robert, right here. Up a daisy.
Anna seemed to like her meatballs separate.
Do you want your meatballs on top of your spaghetti today?
Look at the plates.
Yes, please.
No, you want them separate?
No. I don't think this place is going to work for the boy. Hang on, Robert.
Why do you put pepper on it?
It's put
You put pepper on it.
That's how she ate it last
Nanny.
night.
You just cut it up.
Well, I cut it up. I don't see any pepper on it.
There's pepper on it.
No, there's not.
There's pepper on it.
Yes, it is.
This is the wood.
There you go. Put your feet down. There we go. Said what?
Paw.
Crazy.
This kind of
No. No, that's great.
Sorry.
Okay. It's good to check, I suppose. So whose assumes? Assuming the tiny one is yours? There you go. I got it. See which one dish it up.
Yummy? Here, I'm gonna scoot you forward a little bit.
Ah! I split that.
Oh, did you? No, it popped back in the. It almost went in the drawer.
Kevin, how much do you want?
Oh, not too much, that's good. Not very hungry.
Is that not Kevin?
Oh, it's plenty, Grandma, thanks.
Bit more gravy in the shop?
Nice.
Sauce, I should say. Cinnamon salt or cinnamon.
Can you put some sauce on mine?
Would you like some sauce on your spaghetti? There's more spaghetti, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
More meatballs for you? Another meatball?
I want this one.
Amanda, there's some more over here, honey, for you.
More meatballs.
Here, I got some more meatballs.
Okay. You want this sauce right here?
I think he'd like another one if it's going for his life.
Here, I got some here,
That's
Grandma.
Mom.
Is that good?
Guess what?
What?
Yeah, that's good. Guess what Minnie did?
What?
She didn't have any sauce on her spaghetti. What's not good?
Who didn't have? Oh yeah, she just was eating straight spaghetti, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Who was?
What was I doing?
Minnie.
Oh, Minnie.
The-
Oh, is that why she doesn't want sauce on her spaghetti?
Yeah.
No.
Well, she has sauce on her spaghetti today. Is
Guess
that
what?
good meatballs, Robert?
Oh, sorry, Robert. I didn't mean to.
Oh.
Oh,
Bless you.
bless you.
This
Here,
you
can I cut this meatball? Come here, meatball. Cut.
Grandma, you want one of mine? You take one. Take one from me.
Oh, no.
There we go.
Oh, that's
We
plenty.
have enough,
Yep.
because we had plenty of meat and,
We
didn't
do.
use it all, did we? So we had enough.
Do you want me to show you how the Italians do it, Granny?
This is how the Italians do it.
You get a spoon, stick it in there, and then they get a fork.
Yeah, I know, but I can't do it. I'm no good with spaghetti.
Oh, now that's a mouthful right there.
Look at that. I can't get my mouth open to do it.
Amanda could.
Could she? Oh, I see what you're saying.
He loves it.
Look at this. Feel like you. I drop it. Then I
Before I start eating meat and have another meatball.
I gave them 3 wine grains.
Hi Dad, look at
He loves
this.
it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Hi Dad, look at this.
Lovely.
He loves it.
He calls them meatballs.
Oh, this is really neat. Meatballs.
There, darling, you're doing the right thing.
That turns you off, doesn't it?
That's a little unsavory.
You wouldn't be allowed to hang those things out. Would they drive it out in the wind?
What, that we have in?
Well, that's what it is.
No, you also have
We had
one
it.
of
I'll put
mine.
this out there.
Oh, you can have one of mine. Go ahead.
I've got to go back.
Franny, sit and eat. We'll just hang it up in the shed.
Do you know what that shark bit his finger off,
Go
I
ahead.
think? Or just this finger.
Right.
I'll cut this in half. And then
Robert, are you having a good dinner? You had about 10 meatballs.
What did you do? Splatter?
No, when I said 10 meatballs.
I'm gonna have 16 meatballs.
I don't think we have that many left.
Then I'll have.
Yikes. This is hard to eat like this. How do you get it to stick?
It's very hard to go
Wow.
first.
What?
They're showing this thing. Some sharpshooter just shot the gun out of the dude's hand. He's like sitting in one of those white, yard chairs like we have, with a pistol, just holding the police at bay. And some sharpshooter just shot the gun out of his hand. And it sort of stood there stunned for a minute. And they came up and tackled him.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's some good
Someone was
thing for
sitting in
our
the
children
chair.
to watch.
If someone was sitting in the chair, they'll just push the chair over.
Yeah, they did. I think it was an accident.
Yeah, it was.
Fell backwards, didn't he?
Yeah.
Somebody didn't get a boo-boo. That's a good idea, Grandma. Have meatballs again?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I saw how they enjoyed them, but they haven't had them enough.
Okay, good cha-cha milk, Robert?
I'm having really good dinner.
You are.
Can you give me some butter bread, please?
Can I get some more butter bread, please?
Oh, there, Chicky.
I got my chicky maybe. Hey,
Minnie.
you know, she was working on all those people.
Wow, that's like a person bridge.
Yeah.
Karen, when you do the meatballs in the oven, you don't put the sauce
Oh,
on
let's
there?
see.
No, I just do the meatballs and then I
Hey.
they brown up nice and nice and
no.
good. Here, Amanda. And then I put the sauce on in the pan, but I heat it up in like the pan.
Because Mother had Brad and Paul there in Perth, I had to go down and get them. She said, oh, they were mad to do meatballs in the oven. She poured the tomato soup over the meatballs and baked them.
Dear
She was
Jesus.
mad at
Thank you
it.
for meatballs. Amen.
So they already cooked or were they raw?
Raw, they cook.
Hey, look.
As far as I know,
Cooking
cooking sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Never tried that.
Hey, look. I made a person.
When did they move to South Australia?
Oh, quite a few years ago.
Hey, look, Dad, I made a person.
I see. It's very lovely.
Why did they move there?
Because the youngest daughter was over there.
Ah.
I think somebody's
She
here.
married a South Australian boy and they lived here.
Here you go, dude.
Yeah, I remember.
She had a couple of
Me,
children.
Papa.
Robert
I
Turk.
remember they had
Then he
someone.
went back home.
Yeah, I remember that she had a sister in South Australia because
Mom,
remember,
pass some
isn't that where Wayne is? Was that the sister that had Wayne?
Hey, you didn't have
Oh,
me.
no, Wayne was Dulcie's.
Oh.
They live in her brother.
Oh.
He's
You're
got
welcome.
his children there.
Is there one more?
That's it.
Oh, bring back the eater. Look at him. What is this?
She said, Robert's a pretty messy eater. Look at him. But I think Robert's a good
I
eater.
think Robert's a good eater.
I think that.
Are you a good eater?
What secret did you tell?
Nothing.
The scar's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Oh, looks pretty good.
It's healing up nice.
That's probably the week.
Look how good I'm using my knife.
Oh.
A little napkin.
I can be.
You can be, which train would you like to be?
I think
You want to
we
be
need a
Duncan?
clean one.
Yeah.
Okay, you can be Duncan.
Cause what? What can
Oh,
be?
yeah, Missy.
Sissy can be
Did you
Mavis.
say Robert is Missy?
Robert's really messy.
I
Cause
think
look at him, he doesn't even
I
want
think
his
Amanda's
face.
messy
Amanda.
too. I think Robert's having a really good time down there.
No, that's not my napkin.
I'll get you another one.
You can be Duncan.
Amanda,
Where's him?
don't abuse
She can
this
be
one.
Mavis.
What?
Don't abuse this one.
Or mommy, can be.
Oh, look at this. We're out.
Daddy
Mom can be Daisy.
can be Daddy. A queen
You
baby.
better take care of this one. It's the last one.
Good. How little my napkin is.
Look at mine.
I'll be Sir Topham Hatt. You know, there's one. I forget which one it was.
Be.
I'll be Sir Topham Hatt. There's one of those Thomas the Tank Engine stories where, like Gordon went in the water or something like that. One of the ones that I remember seeing from America.
Right.
So I know it had Sir Topham Hatt on it. Yeah, and this one it has the Fat Controller.
Do they change the name?
I bet it says politically correct things on it
They call it that.
instead of the Fat Controller. Instead of the what would you call it? The horizontally challenged controller.
Horizontal challenge.
The eating disorder disorder.
Yeah, doesn't know when he's had enough.
Don't know if you have enough.
Not that then, I'm just making jokes up.
I can't, the weightedly challenged controller, that wouldn't be right. The mass challenge controller, the weighty controller. Toot your bowl back, Tweety, it's about to fall off.
Right.
I bet you did, I bet it was a politically correct thing.
Look how dirty my napkin is.
You'd think it would cost more money to re-record it.
I'm sure it does,
What I can be.
but,
What I can be, Daddy.
you can be Duncan.
I can.
Hi, Duncan.
What's the thing can be?
But you know, they probably just sent
What it can be?
Mavis.
Oh, they just send it and then they have to dump their own words in.
Can be.
I'm like to be Daisy. What Mavis?
Damn maybe.
Huh?
You damn maybe.
Yeah, I guess they just send a recorder out to Ringo Starr's house or something and have him record that little tiny bit over instead of saying, and the Fat Controller was very
Oh,
cross.
was it Ringo Starr doing the thing?
Yeah. And
I
he
thought it
just-
was another guy, because remember they had that other guy doing it?
He just says Sir Topham Hatt says this, and then they splice that in the editing room.
I was taken aback when he was called, when I first looked at it, he was called the Fat Controller.
Dad,
What?
what can be?
You can be Duncan,
What it can be?
Sir Topham Hatt.
Who your glasses can be? What can be?
Sir Topham Hatt.
What your glasses can be? Oh my
Sir
God.
Topham Smack.
Yeah, Dad, what it can be? What can be?
And notice this
be,
one,
Daddy.
pretending new stuff,
What
Robert asked the
can
name
be,
like 15
Daddy?
times.
What can be?
Sir Topham Hatt.
And so, you were so smacked in me.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. How about smack?
I'll be Sir Topham Smack.
Hello, Tommy, smack.
Hello, Duncan
So
Smack.
tell me what that guy did on Facebook,
Yeah.
the silly song?
He did this.
Show me, Robert. Robert showed it to me, it was pretty funny. How'd he do it, Robert?
What do you say? If you're silly and you know it?
Who can put another meatball in?
Yeah.
Couldn't possibly.
If you
Try that out.
know it, go like this.
Robert, you want another meatball? Sister Sue, do you want another neat bump?
Yes, please.
Robert showed me the silly, what he said when he did the silly.
If you're silly and you know it, go like this.
Yeah. Robert was going down there. It was pretty funny.
Nowhere.
He told me about it. He started doing it. It was pretty cute.
Turn on the hot water. So now there's time for that. We got nothing.
I got 2 bags of meatballs.
Well, there's not dessert.
What are you gonna be?
So I got up at 8 o'clock this morning and started a laundry, but I turned the hot water on at 6:30.
You did? When did you get up at 6:30?
Got up at 6:30, turned the water on. Got up at 8, started the laundry. I was gonna take a shower and all that and be ahead of the game, and then I heard the train, so I ran out
Did that?
with the kids to the train. You took a shower, I came back, they played outside, got all dirty, and it was about noon, I took a shower, and I got in there, and the water was off. So me and Robert had a lukewarm shower followed by a cold shower.
So you got up at 6:30 have hot water and you still didn't get hot water, is what you're saying. Oh, we were in a foul mood.
Well, that didn't help.
A pretty beauty has a booty. You know what? You know what?
I think Nanny has a treat for you for dessert. What'd you go ask her? What's the sweets?
What's my treat? What's our treat?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Excuse me, Amanda.
Excuse me, what's our treat?
What's your treat?
Oh.
I think it'll be a treat.
What could it be?
I think so.
Nanny.
I think we might have an apple pie.
Nanny. Nanny.
Tell Nanny that Robert wants to ask her something.
Nanny. Robert wants to ask you something.
Yes.
Nanny, excuse me. Can I have some dessert, please?
Some what?
Nanny, excuse me, could I have some dessert, please?
If you like it. If she doesn't like it, I'll have to find it somewhere else.
We have those wafers.
Yeah.
Look
Did
at
you buy
this.
those?
Down the
Nanny
river.
did for the weekend.
I already eaten 6.
Hey, who put this Chubba Chub lollipop in here?
I bet your brother.
Someone put a Chubba Chub.
Grandma said, Mike said, who bought those wafers? I said, Nanny did. They're for the weekend. He went, I've already eaten 6.
If you eat some, you'll have to
Someone
replace
put
them.
He already ate 6, he said.
Stick in the locker. See? It looks like this.
In the keyhole?
Yeah. Someone did. Maybe it was Robert, so it wasn't
Did you
me.
get plates for the dessert? Oh, then you
Mandy, you finished with this one?
No. Yeah. I'm not done.
Well, then you bring in your
You
dessert.
want some dessert?
Where is it? What's in the bee?
What could it be?
That's it.
Apple
How do
pie.
you make a bump?
Pie.
How do you make a bump? Huh?
How do you make a bump? That's a volcano apple pie, isn't it, Mum?
Yeah, look at it, Amanda. It's like a mountain. Show Robert.
Hey, look at this.
Don't push it. Hey,
I'll show you in a minute.
Nanny, show Robert.
Because I had such a plop with pastry going down on the apple, I put the
Mike and I ate the pastry all around it. Should I whip the cream?
Mom, should I whip the cream? Can I help?
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Mom, could I help with the cream?
I don't know where all the stuff is from.
You got it?
It's only a little part, it sits all the apple on.
We get to whip the cream.
Hooray!
I used to make sweets every day.
Yes, a queen.
They're going to bring it over.
You picked it up for me?
It's a queen.
Okay, can I have your beater?
That's a word.
Do you want me to lift it first?
I'm not going to chair. Bill. Oh, yeah, Mom. Can I see you?
You going to lick me?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to lick. Keep the tongue in. Keep the tongue in. Oh, yeah.
No.
Why?
You can have a taste when it's on your plate. ancient. Whose is that? Animona's?
No, you can still buy them. It's only a
That's
little
pretty
one.
cool.
I had a
Look
big
at
one. I had a big one to go to the garden, and she got a little one. So I had this little one. And I only have it in
In the front.
What was I doing? I was thinking of me.
I want to see Nanny.
Let me get a washcloth for you.
How?
And then you can
No,
go
that's
sit
great. Just with them.
Yeah.
Little one.
I want to
down. Hang on, Rob. Let me get a washcloth for you.
Alright, stick it in. Hold on to it.
Right? It doesn't look like it's whipping.
Whoa.
Takes a while.
Hey, I wonder if the cream's in mine. Cause it's whipping.
It's getting a whipping.
I really should have done this apple pie. Cook some apples.
And it's alright.
It's not enough.
Oh, that's why you
Yeah,
put
kick it up.
Ah. I was wondering why.
That's the old-fashioned way. And then we used to just, when I make my own pastry, I just put in the apple. This hot stuff goes on. This is the wood stuff.
Huh.
I can't get on there.
That's wrong.
It's best cooked on the top.
Warm and sweet. Sweet
Yeah.
and warm.
Sweet more.
Yummy.
Have a taste. What's this, Daddy?
What are you doing that for?
You like good now?
Again?
That glasses?
Clean that.
Cream's nice though, Granny.
That's pretty clean.
So let's go.
Did I clean that? There we go. Okay. Dosing A.
Put a little bit of sugar in the cream.
Spaghetti. More spaghetti on your
That's what
pants.
Gail does. Whoops, I missed that.
Look at his.
Hey dear. Did Amy Gale, dear,
Right.
last time we were here, did Amy Gale fix us a dinner at this house?
I took it off. It was almost turning to butter.
Did Amy Gale fix us a dinner at this house?
I don't know.
Mommy.
Grandma, did Abigail fix us? I think she did, honey.
I seem to remember a spaghetti bolognese.
Oh, yes, she makes a good one.
Yeah, but did she cook it for us here at this house last visit?
Yeah, I think she did. Hold on.
Yes, she makes it good.
Alright.
Girls are very good cooks. She likes cooking for people.
But did she cook us a meal here at this house?
Yeah, I think she did.
I don't remember the circumstances.
That's right. We were going to
She did because
cook for
yeah, because her place was too small.
Yeah, she didn't have enough room. She's got a little one-person flag up there.
Here,
So
Robert.
I'll come down to your place and cook it.
Go sit in your chair.
I'll
You can
have-
bring the beater.
I'll get
Yeah,
back
I'll
to
turn
it
the
and I'll let you
Yeah.
take for a little while and then I'll sit down and you don't mind?
What'd you say, Granny?
More?
I'll leave you to finish that.
You want some on your apple pie?
Okay, that's fine.
So,
Oh,
you okay?
I can't reach you. That's
Oh, that's the nanny.
We know you got an errand for it for you?
Oh.
Oh, I'll get it.
Okay, well, go sit down. I'll get you some. Look, here's some apple pie.
Aha! Who's that?
That was Mike.
Naughty boy, you gotta replace these.
Okay,
Minute, go sit down.
Go sit down.
This is my decision. I should have got a great big pie like that.
Oh, we got some. You pull on that string?
It's true, it's the butter.
Opening what?
Please.
Yes. Very tasty.
Oh,
I tried to put a head on it for you.
Amanda, this is it, okay?
Robert,
So make
put
it
the sandwich
last.
down,
There
please.
you go. That look good?
Yeah,
I don't know if Robert really likes this apple stuff. I tried to give him some and.
Robert.
That's a bit spicy.
That's dangerous.
Do you want some, Grandma?
Yeah.
Do you
Careful.
want some of this apple pie?
I don't want
my
them.
boy.
I'll go upstairs.
Thank you.
Robert, do you want some of this apple pie, honey?
No.
No?
I'm not done.
You're all done? Okay, sweetheart.
Okay, then he's all done.
He's all.
Mike, do you want some of this, honey?
Yeah. With some butter on top, please.
Yeah, exactly. We can have some more of this and all.
Robert, you want some apple pie?
No.
I gave him some, he didn't like it.
Robert,
Yeah.
would you like a little bit of Lamington? Some cake?
Want some cake?
Have some too.
No,
No,
we've
you
got
can
your apple
push
pie.
your bowl back, please. Robert, you want a piece of cake? Okay, come on up. Come here, Rob, right over here, sweetie. I'll get you your cake.
Daddy's gonna get you some cake. That's why it rose up so high. Look, she put a cup in here. You see?
Really?
What's that?
Because she said the pastry just gets soggy, this bought stuff. Anyway, it went up pretty hot.
What's that?
That's some whipped cream. You want some?
Yeah.
Would you like some on your cake?
What's that?
Some cake for you. There you go.
Cake. Okay. That's
Does he want some of this on here?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Hi, Dana. No. I'm going to go with and I was going to buy Lamington, and I'm going to have
You are?
it all.
Oh,
Yeah.
Amanda.
Robert got to have that.
You know what, Amanda? Don't act hardly done by when you've got a lovely dessert there. And don't eat with your fingers, please.
This is a picture of a girl about to go in the corner if she complains some more. What do you think about that? All right. Here it is. It's been, whoops, 23 hours since our plane left Perth, so we've been on the go. Let's see, let's 5. We got up at about 9. Oh, what is that, 8 hours? So 31 hours we've been up. We're in London. About to catch a taxi back to, hey, there's a taxi. About to catch one of those taxis back to the airport, or back to the train station to catch a train back to the airport, catch a plane to go to Washington, so we can get in the minivan and drive to Maryland, so we can get in the minivan and drive to our house. Anyway, so they let us off over there at Big Ben, which I didn't know this, but that's part of the Houses of Parliament. And that's Westminster Abbey, somewhere in there, where Princess Diana got married and was buried. And that's Trafalgar Square. I don't know what's famous about it. I've heard the name. But that must be Admiral Nelson up there. And anyway, so it's like a little whirlwind tour here. We've been here for probably in London, the town itself, not the airport, for about 45 minutes to an hour, and we're fixing to go back.